our mortals, I have something interesting for you. Before getting into the subject of this video, I need to make an announcement. From now on, in the end of each video, I will ask you one stupid question. You need to write your stupid answer in the comments. More stupid answer is better. The most stupid answer I will show in the beginning of the next video. Now take a bar of dark chocolate and a cup of espresso, because it's time to begin. I wanted to tell about this album long time ago. Geogaddi by Birds of Canada. Geogaddi is not just an album, it is an anomaly of this world. I have seen some reviews on these albums where people try to break it down through the microscope and mathematically analyze each sample. I will not do that. Firstly, because others already did it before me. Secondly, I'm not a sample or math nerd. I also don't want this video to be a review. I want it to be less objective and more human. I just would like to talk about it and its meaning in my life. Geogaddi was born in 2002, but I learned about it in late 2019. The first song by Birds of Canada that I've ever heard was Beware of the Friendly Stranger. I've heard it in 2016 in the Salad Fingers cartoon. Because of that, I have pretty melancholic and apocalyptic associations with that song. Back then, I didn't know it was the song by Birds of Canada. In 2019, I found out about the band and the album, and when I've heard Beware of the Friendly Stranger, I thought, wait, I think I've heard it somewhere. Ah, the Salad Fingers. I listened to Geogaddi in December 30th, I think, right in between 2019 and 2020. One more interesting thing is that back then I lived in Thailand and it was still summer, even in December. It was a beautiful sunny weather and it was about 5 p.m. I downloaded Geogaddi on my phone, then I took it together with my headphones. I sat on my motorbike and drove far, far away. I stopped at a field. There were beautiful green grass and trees. Somewhere in the distance, there were cows and dogs. That place was so picturesque and serene. It was the perfect place to listen to Geogaddi. I turned on the album, just the album. I didn't care about the track list. Some albums must be perceived as one conceptual work where songs are standing formally as chapters and nothing more. When I listened to it, the place was the continuation of music. In that moment, I was inside that album. Sometimes I wandered around the field. Sometimes I just sat on the grass and looked into the distance. At that moment, I was part of that album, and I felt that sunny, kind, and beautiful melancholy. In 6 p.m., it started getting dark, so I decided to leave. I didn't finish the album yet. It was already dark when I arrived to another place. It was the beach. I sat there. While listening to the final part of the album, I looked into the horizon, the sea, and the tree that was above me. I did nothing. I just sat there, and it was amazing. That beautiful tranquility was heavenly. After listening to the final song from the album, I stood up, while feeling such easiness and serenity, and went home. I'm telling about this memory to you, and I realized that it was one of the best moments of my life. In 2020, I listened to Birds of Canada a lot, especially songs from Geogaddi. My favorite song always was Julie and Candy. The second time when I heard Geogaddi was in 2021. I listened to it at home when it was a beautiful sunny day. I think the atmosphere of Birds of Canada's music is the perfect fit for those times. It was the time of COVID-19 pandemic and uncertainty, when everyone sat at homes during lockdowns and the streets were mostly empty. There was something romantic about those times. Boards of Canada's music, including Geogaddi, are one of the reasons why I often feel so nostalgic about 2020 and 2021. I remember in April of 2022, I moved to Europe and visited Germany for 3 days. Because I always was a huge fan of German music, I wanted to go to one of the local record stores to buy some crazy German underground music. I chose Hardwax store. I already made a video about it on my channel, you can watch it. Unfortunately, the store didn't work on Saturdays. It was a nice sunny day, but the district where the store was located looked like a filthy ghetto. I didn't know what should I do. Go back to the hotel maybe? Then suddenly I had a short talk to a couple of old German men who said that there was a flea market nearby and I might find some music there. When I reached the market, I was surprised by what a filthy shithole it was. It was also flooded by leftist liberal fucks, what made me feel even more uncomfortable from being there. Finally, I found a store there with lots of indeed interesting vinyl. That was where the miracle happened. There I found Unplugged 1994 by Nirvana, Selected Ambient Works Volume 1 by Aphex Twin, and Geogaddi by Boards of Canada. Holy shit, thought I at that moment. And I bought it. No. And of course I bought it. After that, I quickly went to my hotel room to open it up and take a look at it. I've never seen a vinyl that gorgeous before. I feel so happy from possessing the physical copy of Geogaddi album in my collection. As you already understood, I have a lot of positive memories about Geogaddi, and Board of Canada in general influenced me a lot as an artist. I really don't understand why some people consider Geogaddi a creepy album. It is one of the kindest albums that I have ever heard. Sure, they put some weird samples and ciphers into it, but aesthetically, I disagree that it's a creepy music. Songs from Geogaddi always gave me melancholic, but at the same time serene and kind emotions. For me, Geogaddi is more than just an album. It's an anomaly and definitely one of the best masterpieces that I have ever heard and seen in my life. If you enjoyed this video, press like, leave a comment and subscribe to my channel to help it grow. Don't forget to press the bell of Satan to don't miss the new videos. You can also buy my music on Bandcamp to support my channel. All links will be in the description. I have a toilet brush, a lunchbox, and a paper spray. And my question is, why did you kidnap the bull and made him clean up your apartment? Write your stupid answers in the comments. The most stupid one will get into the next video. Farewell, stay out of hell.